I know that I've been producing something called First Thoughts to share with you some of my first thoughts of the day that could be quite profound for myself. And I wanted to share tonight some last thoughts that I had before going to sleep, or I was on my way to going to sleep. I know the energies are quite strong right now, and there's a lot of emotion right now in our country and in the world for so many things. And I thought about my niece who passed away at 4.5 years ago. And I thought just how incredibly grateful I am that she did not pass away in a hospital. And even though it's been many years since she has transcended, I still, from time to time, have waves of processing and remembering. I don't know if you ever fully process anything like that, but especially after learning what I've learned about how this world is and what they've done with children. And thank God we have someone who is in our Office of Presidency that is taking responsibility for cleaning this up. Because God knows I would not be able to handle knowing some of these things if I didn't think anything was being done. It certainly does not free me of any responsibility for doing what I can in my way, in my level, in my efficacy, as far as I can go. All of us are responsible for doing the things that we can from where we're at. And I think ultimately being people with each other, of course. I've kind of covered that on some of the episodes I've put out, some of the small notes that I've put out. But I cannot express how important that is, because the future of these children's lives and this new consciousness coming to the planet is really counting on us doing our part. And since we don't really know everything that goes on in these places of institution, of organized care, so to speak, we must be vigilant, and we must really be aware of what we are supporting and what we are doing and involving ourselves with different companies that come to light that are doing or condoning or haven't been cleaned up about these issues. I realize that sometimes it's easy to think, I think all of us think this sometimes, that thank God it didn't happen to me, or thank God it didn't happen to my family. And indeed, thank God. But because it happens to the human family, it is happening to our families. And we always have to remember that. This has been a year, I think, of teaching us the level of our perceived dependence by way of showing us what we will not have sometimes, so that we can see how we are not unduly dependent on things of this earth and world. But it also shows us exactly what we are dependent on, and that is God. This is a time for us to be really in tune, indeed, with how we were created and what we can do with how we were created. because this mess with these children that has been made is not how we're created. I thank God sincerely, fully, and I would gladly go through the pain eternally about my niece and her passing, because we were blessed to have her. And I know that's a pain worth having when you find that even something as close as that relationship, as close as that person is to you, will go and you will stay. And it's very clear to me that while we're here and staying, that we must do everything we can as well as pray.